Today I want to share with you 5 key lessons that I've learned over the last couple of years of running that is now part of my daily routine, but it wasn't necessarily always that way. We recently hosted the BPN Go One More Marathon. 350 runners from across the country travel here to Austin, Texas, and are bused 1 hour outside of the city to a remote ranch where they take on the marathon and half marathon distances, but with no spectators and no crowds. It's just you and the runners next to you. And if you're lucky, maybe some cows. As I watched racers laying it all on the line to hit their goals, I reflected on all that running has taught me. These powerful lessons and insights have changed the trajectory of my life. I want to unpack these lessons in hopes that they can inspire you to get out and experience what running will teach you as well. In January of 2020, I made a video called Why I Run, and the engagement and comments were remarkable. But at this point in my life, I was still pretty new to running and didn't really understand how much running would teach me in the future. And this brings me to lesson number 1. Running may start with many physical benefits, but it provides and creates even more mental adaptations. And what I mean by this is, if you're similar to me, you start running to improve cardiovascular conditioning. You want to build that aerobic base. You want to be healthier and more fit. That's why I started running. That's also why I signed up for my first marathon in the beginning. I started running when I was in the military because I was forced to run. It was part of just our physical fitness training and assessment. Then when I got out of the military, I stopped running for a period of time. So the day I got out of the Army, I literally told myself, that was the last day I'll ever run in my life. What started for a physical benefit very quickly turned into this mental adaptation, where I started gaining more mental clarity and appreciating the time by myself out on the road or on the trail. It ended up being part of my life, and now today is a massive part of my life. I run in the morning, not necessarily because I have to, but because I want to. Lesson number 2, we require more silence in solitude than we think. As I gained this clarity, these mental adaptations through running, I realized the benefit that this silence, this solitude provided for me. One of my favorite things in the world is starting a run when it's dark and it feels like the world is asleep. And as you're completing this run, the sun starts to rise and you feel like you're waking up with the entire world.
Sometimes people say, I gotta go out for a run to clear my head. I don't know if it's so much as clearing your head, but allowing you to have clarity into what's rattling around in your head.
Running creates and provides a silence and solitude that is the foundation of my day. It is the foundation of my week, my month, my year, and now ultimately my life. And I think we need more of it. Now, before we dive any deeper into this video, talking about the 5 lessons I learned over the last 5 years of running, I want to let you know it is sponsored by Helix, who makes premium mattresses customized to fit your specific needs and shipped conveniently right to your door. Now, we have a Helix Midnight Luxe on every bed in our house. This bed right here is one of our guest rooms, and we occasionally have friends and family in town visiting, and we want to make sure they have the best night's sleep possible, which is why we put a Helix mattress on every single bed in all of the bedrooms. One of my favorite parts about the Helix purchasing experience is the quiz they offer on their website that helps you identify the best mattress for you. And it's going to ask you a series of questions like, do you sleep by yourself or do you sleep with someone else? Are you a side sleeper, a back sleeper, a stomach sleeper? Do you like a soft, medium, or firm mattress? Do you have pain while you're sleeping? And then based off the way you respond to these questions, it's going to recommend a mattress for you. And when I took this assessment and this quiz, it recommended the Midnight Luxe, and that's why we went with the Midnight Luxe. Steph and I both scored the same way, and it helps you find the best mattress for you. So what does this process look like? You go on the website, you take the quiz, you order the mattress that the quiz recommends. It's gonna ship to your doorstep in this tight, small, convenient box. when you open up that box, the mattress will expand and you can move it to wherever you need to place that mattress. Now, you can try that mattress for 100 nights. There is a 100-night sleep trial and also a 10-year warranty. And Helix also offers flexible payment programs and financing options. So if you are in need of a new mattress, go to helixsleep.com/nickbear to get up to 20% off and 2 free pillows. Thank you, Helix, for sponsoring this video. Now let's get back into the lessons I learned. Lesson number 3, hard is relative. And one of my favorite quotes is that comparison is the thief of joy. When I first started running, what I found myself doing was comparing my running times and distances to other people. You know, someone shares a photo of their watch, which I do frequently, and you see their distance and you see their time, and you realize you're not as fast or fit, or you can't run as far as them. And you start comparing your running performance to theirs, and you start feeling very bad about where you're at in your journey. You know, my first marathon ever was just under 4 hours. My second marathon ever was just over 4 hours. And my most recent marathon was 2 hours and 48 minutes. But that took time. That took patience. That took my ability to remove myself from this thief of joy through comparison and focusing on where I was at in my journey of running. We all start running at different skills and experience levels, and some can progress faster than others, and that's okay. But I would encourage you, just like I encouraged myself, to really embrace where I was at in the beginning and enjoying that journey, enjoying that process. Now, lesson number 4 is that community is forged by doing hard things together. And this makes me think of a few events we've hosted and been a part of in the past couple years. Most recently, I ran the Austin Half Marathon with our brand director, Alex Rodriguez.
All right, guys, we're at the starting line. We're about to kick it off.
All right, here we go.
Let's do it, baby.
It was his first half marathon ever. And it was challenging, it was humbling, it was difficult.
We talked about hard is relative, and you know that at some point during the race, it's gonna get hard. You know it is, and it's a matter of when, not if. That's when you're tested.
Seeing Alex put forth this massive effort and push himself beyond what he thought his physical capabilities probably were months prior, that made me get really emotional. I've seen communities come together and do hard things as one and grow individually and as a community. But as we crossed that finish line together, we connected on this shared bond of doing something challenging and difficult together, where I actually started to get emotional.
Crush, dude. I'm proud of you, man. I'm proud of you. Woo-hoo! Yeah! Yeah! Yeah!
And it's super powerful watching people change and evolve and grow through this process. And lesson number 5 is committing to consistency creates results. And if I look back at the past decade plus of my life, one of my greatest strengths is being consistent. You know, if we put this in the context of running, and you're training for something and you know that you have to run every single day or a few days a week, and you wake up, your alarm goes off, it's cold outside, but you get out of bed, you wake up, you lace up your shoes, you start running, you fall into a groove, and you knock out that run. And you do this day in and day out. And when consistency compounds, you end up achieving a result that you can be proud of. I have applied the consistently good rather than occasionally great principle to every part of my life, and I have seen it create success. Thank you so much for watching this video. And if you enjoyed it, please make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on future uploads. And also, please drop a comment below and let us know how running has changed your life.